Children, now let us start our new chapter of civics, that is the constitution, government system and their social concerns. In the last chapter we have discussed about Indian constitution. In this chapter we shall learn about the structure of political organization, the opportunities the constitution provides for social change, etc. The structural of political institution in the constitution. When power is centralized, it is beyond the reach of common people. As a result, their needs will be not given priority. Democracy must be decentralized to become strong. The people should have the powers to take decision through the representatives. The Constitution Assembly decides the Indian should have a strong central government to protect the unity and integrity of the country. It also gave some power to the state. Hence, power was distributed at two levels, the union or central level and the state level. At both levels, the representatives were given rights to take decisions. In 1992, in the 73rd Amendment, the powers were also given to the third level in the village panchayat. Students, our next topic is separation of powers. Separation of powers divides the government into three branches: legislative, executive and judicial. The legislative makes the laws, the executive puts the laws into operation, and the judiciary which provide justice according to the law. The principle of separation of power ensures that the three branches of government, legislature, executive and judiciary, are independent and they have specific responsibilities and they do not interfere in each other matter. But this is not possible because their work depends on each other, so they have to cooperate and work together. Now let us discuss about union legislature, that is parliament. Our union legislature is called parliament. It is composed of the president and two houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The special features of an Indian constitution is the executive, that is Council of Ministers. It is a part of the parliament and is answerable to it. The parliament represents the will and supremacy of the people. The parliament has representation for all the classes of society including SC and ST and all religions of the country. 33% of the seats in the parliament is reserved for women. The representatives who are elected either directly or indirectly present the problem of the people in parliament where they are discussed. Parliament also discuss policy matter, law related proposals and cabinet proposals before approving them. In this way, parliament plays an important role to administrate our country. Students, let us discuss about Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. India has two legislative houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha members are directly elected to the house by the people of India, whereas Rajya Sabha members are elected by the members of state legislature. The parliament is the supreme law-making body of the country. So, it has to work with the state legislature to perform its functions. This interactive cooperation is ensured by Rajya Sabha, whose members are elected by state legislatives. There are many advantages of having two houses in parliament. The parliament needs experts in their this interactive cooperation is ensured by Rajya Sabha, whose members are elected by state legislative. There are many advantages of having two houses in parliament. The parliament needs experts in their fields like scientists, legal experts, industrialists, writers, artists, etc. to perform its function properly. The state legislative can choose such experts and can send them to Rajya Sabha. President. The president brings together the session of both houses of parliament and can dissolve the Lok Sabha under special circumstances. But president used to take decision on the advice of the prime minister. Now let us discuss about parliament powers and functions. Legislative functions. The parliament makes law for the entire country or for a part of the country. The council of ministers and the executive perform the functions of drafting the laws. So the parliament role is usually limited to approving a law even though it is the supreme body. Any important bill cannot pass in the parliament without getting the approval of cabinet. After a bill is presented, it is first examined by a parliamentary subcommittee. Debates on bill usually happen in the committee, which sends its recommendation to the parliament. Once a bill is presented, it is debated in both houses before being passed and sent to the president approval. Controlling the executive and making it answerable. The government and the council of minister is answerable to the parliament. Any members of parliament can ask the ministers questions relating to their ministry, and the ministers has to give proper answers. If they give wrong answers, they can be removed from their post. If the houses is not satisfied with an answer given by the government, it can pass a non-confidence motion to dismiss the government. Financial power. All government levy and collect taxes to cover their expenses. In a democracy, levying taxes and utilizing taxes are controlled by the parliament. Every year, the finance minister presents a budget on behalf of the cabinet, which gives detailed information about expenditure of the government. Lok Sabha approves the income and expenditure proposals for the year. After the approval, the government levy taxes on or spend state funds. Forum for debate. The parliament is the highest forum for debate in the country. The members have the freedom to express their views on any subject without fear. These discussions are not confidential or secret. These are presented on TV or newspaper to inform the people. Amending the constitution. To amend the constitution, both houses have equal constitutional powers. Each amendment has to be passed by the two-third majority of each house before being sent to the president for approval. Electron functions. The parliament performs some electron functions such as participating in the election of the president and electing vice president. Judicial function. One of the parliament judicial function is to debate any proposal to remove the president, vice president or any high or supreme court judge from their post. So my dear children, thank you children. We will continue our remaining topic in our next class. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much.